And start recording again. Good afternoon. Welcome to Music Scrap, the musical scrapper. So I just did a short post on the New Year's Eve streamathon. We've got quite a few more people here in the room now, though. So just a quick overview on New Year's Eve 2016, starting at about 8 in the morning or so, quarter to 8 in the morning. We are going to be having a streamathon. So we're going to follow New Year's celebrations all around the world from one time zone to the next. And some people will stream for an hour, some will stream for 2 hours, some people may have a couple of time slots. We're just starting sign-ups now. So if you are a streamer who is part of our online community and you wish to join in on the fun and give up you're gonna, well, I shouldn't say give up, share an hour of your New Year's Eve with us, contact me on Twitter or Facebook if you follow me there. If not, go to my blog, themusicalscrapper.blogspot.com. Just a moment, please. I'm going to let a message take it because it doesn't show who it is. I don't accept. Okay, so hi, Dorothy. So, anyway, that is that. So, themusicalscrapper.blogspot.ca for information, and leave a comment there if you wish to stream. Okay, so here is some happy mail from Terry Trouble. Some unexpected happy mail. Well, she told me something was coming. I just didn't know what it was. So first of all, this mixing chart for, well, I guess for anything, but watercolors. So the main colors are here and here. And on the back, it tells you the pigments and the pigment numbers for those colors, so you compare from one company to another. And this chart shows you what you will get based on an even mixture of both. So that's that. And then along with it, very exciting, was this rinse well. So I've got it filled and ready to go. So what happens is the water will fill up here, and then as it gets dirty, I can just let it go into this bucket underneath, and it will let clean water out of my jug here. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to use today for the first time. We'll see how quickly I run out of water. Oh dear. If we do, I'll have to excuse myself again. Anyway, so that's that. Let's get started on today's project. So put that there, tip it upside down. It's going to fill until the pressure hits. Yeah, I thought so, Dorothy. Hey, Vicky! Welcome. So, oh, sorry, I've got all these pill packets hanging around because my garbage was full earlier. Okay, so that's all ready to go over here. What's wrong? Something's in the way. Oh, pill packets. I should be able to use those for something, but for now they're getting thrown out. All right, now I should have room. There we go. There, okay. All ready to go. I know, huh? Okay. Ooh. Well, I was going to put it on my wish list for Christmas because I told my sister that watercolor brushes are on my list for Christmas. I've got a couple of nice ones, but I would like a couple more nice ones. Sorry, I spilled the water because, you know, only I can spill water in a container like that. Now I'll turn it over so I can use the other side. Ooh. All right. I'm also working on a craft rag for myself. I'll probably make this one and a couple of small ones. Oh, where did my crochet hook go? Oh, my crochet hook disappeared out of it. Oops. That's okay. I'll pull the loop through. I'll find the hook. It must be on the floor. So I am doing it with Tunisian crochet. I wish I had some cotton to do it with because that would be more absorbent. But this is just to use in my craft room for my watercoloring. So, yeah, DT, I'm hoping I did. I've always loved watercolor paintings ever since I can remember. And, my sisters and I, we did do lessons in, charcoal and pastel when we were young, which was okay, but I wasn't totally fond of it because there's a lot of messy, really lot of messy hands with the pastels. Yeah, I know. So, but we had a really great, we have, I believe he's still alive, watercolor artist from my county, and, yeah, he, oh, that's my green came out. Okay, so not quite enough. Oops. Okay, can I move this over a little bit? There we go. All right, trying to make room for my palette and my brushes. So today I thought I would do, I saw an idea. Patrick Lays Greaves, I believe is his name. He's an artist from the UK. Well, I assume he's from the UK. He has a UK accent or a British accent, one or the other. Uh-oh. And one thing he did was he does some watercolor for cards. So he takes a piece of watercolor paper. He divides it in 6. So I'm going to do the same thing. And makes a little watercolor and then puts them inside different shaped vignettes, like either square or oval or round, onto a card. Okay. Yeah, it's Tunisian crochet, Pat. But you fix the curl by just doing, I just do a reverse single crochet around the edge, and that takes care of any curling. So, yeah, with Tunisian crochet, you're supposed to do needles 2 sizes larger. It will still curl if you're doing, it will still curl if you're doing the simple stitch, which is what I'm doing. You can do the Tunisian, you can do a couple of rows of Tunisian purl stitch to stop the curl, but I'd rather just do an edge on it anyway. So I'm just going to do an edge, and that'll stop the curl. Yeah. It's going to curl right up until I finish it. But yeah, it makes a nice thick material, even thicker than knitting because of the way it's done. So look it up on YouTube if you've never heard of Tunisian crochet. It's very easy, very quick. I didn't get anything done this morning because I was doing my blog post. Okay, so I'm going to, actually I think he draws in the lines, but I think I'm going to score. Uh-oh. I'm going to score 4.5. That way, just with the score line, I'll know for each little scene by 12. So that means 4. And 4, which is 8. There we go. So that'll give me 6 little vignettes to work in. And I thought what I could do was, with each one, if I work on it as a whole piece, if they turn out nice, then I can sell some as originals, but also photocopy each page at Staples. And at Staples, and then I can also sell copies, not originals. So how big is it going to be? I'm going to make it square. So it'll be what, 12 by 12, I guess? How big is it? About 12 by 12. I'll make it somewhat square. Depends on how tired I get. They were asking about my... So if you're watching the recording, I do have people in a live chat, so they ask questions as we go along here. So I'm just going to do some little scenes here. I think I'm going to actually fold it so I can see the scores a little better. There we go. Uh-oh, I got a spot there. Okay, so, all right, so I have an idea of how much each square, that's got some green there, but I can work with that. Okay, so I'm going to start with, okay, I learned some good tricks this weekend. I watched quite a few watercolor tutorials and learned some things that I was doing not quite right. So that will really help me, I hope, improve my, oh, where's my spritzer bottle? Here we go. Oh, I should have filled this, I think. Spritz my watercolors and my palette. Hopefully I have enough room. If not, I will get out one of my KFC palettes to mix on if I don't end up with enough room. So I'm going to start with some ultramarine. Going to mix some of that. Sorry, I didn't wet my brush enough. Anyway, there we go. And then I need, oh, and I forgot paper towel. Oops. This is why I need my rag. And take off a little of the color there. And then just a little bit of burnt umber. Actually, I think I have some there. And mix a little bit of that together. To make a sky. I think I'm going to do some hills here. I'm just doing a sketch. Okay. Now I'm going to take some of this green. I've still got some blue here, and I'm going to leave that on my brush. And I'm going to take some from over here, but I want it very, very saturated, so I get some nice faint hills. I'm not sure who is tweeting me. Did I go off air or something? Hi, Eileen. Hello, about time you got here. It's hard for me to watch chat while I'm watercoloring because you have to hit these. I'm doing wet on, dry on. All right, now while I wait for that, I would like to soften up my edges up here a little bit. So I'm just going to go back. Oh, you fell asleep? Oh, dear. Well, I guess I can forgive you falling asleep. I should come in a little closer since my little work is so smooth. Okay, hey Mindy. Hello Pam. I missed seeing you come in. And I just made a line there because I did a very bad thing. I went back and so the water flowed down, but that's okay. I'm going to turn that into trees to work for me. So I'm going to take some, put a little more I put a little burnt umber in there. I'll make this work for me. Just put in a few kind of essence of trees since it's still the background. Technically, still the background. Now I'm going to let that dry. I have to let that dry completely. Keep going. So you touch it with the back of your hand so you don't get oils, which would resist your watercolor. And I should have left some clouds. Since I forgot to leave clouds, I'm going to go in with my brush and some water. And I'm going to scrub out some, and I need another piece of paper towel for dabbing, blotting I should say. I should have a stronger brush for this. Let's see if I have a stiffer brush. Well, that's a stiffer one, but it's stiffer because it's messed up, not because it's... I thought I put one in here. Hold on. There, this one. It's just a real old cheap brush that might do a better job. Trying to put a little color back into those, but it put a little too much in. There. Okay. Now, I want a little stream here. So these are Winsor & Newton student grade, the Cotman watercolor. A little blurry. Okay, just hold on. Let me do a little focus here. Is that better, Vicky? Did that clear it up any? Okay. All right, so now I'm going to take this green, but I need to add some more. I need to add some yellow to it. So I'm going to add some cad yellow to brighten it up, because the closer you get, the brighter things are. Uh-oh. Sorry, I thought I had more water on that. Should have refilled my spritzer bottle there too. Gosh, oh, I think I have more there. Okay, but I also need, so I need just some yellow. I'm running out of spots. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to use it. All right, hold on. Hold the fort. As Paula says, all my water bottles are low in water. Well, darn it. Hold on. I think I've got one more back here. Oh, good. There's more. Oh, this one's almost full. Woohoo! All right. Let's mix a little yellow. Oh, for heaven's sakes, don't I learn? Little one, Jean, the little one. All right. And I need to clean my brush because I forgot to clean my brush. And I'm going to do some wet in wet here. So I need a little yellow. So I've got some wet and wet here, and I'm just allowing my green and my yellows to blend and see what happens. Bye, Jillian. No, you're here. Okay, so I'm going to, with a drier brush than I was using before, I'm going to try and add a little more color because it's still damp. You don't want to go in with too much water. It has to be drier than what was there, or it pushes the pigment. That was one good thing. You either have to wait till it's completely dry, or this is a very smooth flowing stream here. All right, so that's looking good for the first wash. I'm going to go back up here now above where it's not wet and add a little more color into these trees. A little more detail. You don't want to be too detailed because this is just a sketch, so I'm just doing Vicky. Oh, someone type and tell Vicky to make sure it's not muted on her video screen, or make sure she doesn't have. All right, I am going to dry this because I want to do the edge of the stream. Sometimes when you first come on, the video is muted. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this burnt umber in a pretty saturated amount so I can go along the edge of the stream and delineate just a little bit. And I'm going to make some soft edges in a couple of spots. I want another glaze on that because I want it to be a little bit more blue in some spots. There we go. So it's just a light glaze. Uh-oh. Hey, Jen. Nice to see you. Ugh. Oh. Alright, so now I'm going to add a little more of this Viridian. Oh, and I did not want it that wide, so I'm going to try. I just wanted a small line, see if I can pick that up there. Oh, shoot. Why do I always have to do that? Go in and wreck something. Gotta learn. Okay, so now just in a couple of spots, I'm going to add some that are closer, a little darker. This one's lots of practicing left to do. I have lots of practicing to do, but that's the good thing about this. If they're not good enough for cards, then so be it. If it is, so be it. I need to have one for Mom anyway. Surely to goodness one of these 6 will turn out good enough to use. Oh, cool, Ella. Woohoo. Bye, Dee Dee. Thanks, Ella. So it needs a focal point, so I think I'm going to put a tree here. So I need to add need to make a little bit darker But I also need just some yellow. I've got a little yellow here still. So I'm going to take some yellow. Oh, I better make sure this is dry first before I do this layer. Heat gun. Well, I usually end up eating during Ella's show, but I ate my pizza before I came on, so I'm good to go tonight to watch Ella's show. And crochet, probably. Hey, Casca, I think I missed you coming in there. I don't like... Okay, all right. So, let's see if I can do this one right on the riverbank, I think. Right on the bank of the river. But I'm going to do the leaves and foliage first. A little bit of yellow, but over the blue it's going to look a little bit green. So it'll give me some lighter green to go with. Some darker green leaves. And I need a little bit thicker. Grab the wrong one, and I hate to... I'm infecting my yellow. Dang it, don't like doing that. There, I want to make a little thicker one so I can make some definite... It's hard to work this small. I don't like it in art journaling. I don't know why I would like it. Should work large, then photocopy it and shrink it down for copies. That's what I should do, technically, I guess. All right. That's a pretty ugly tree. No, Vicky, I didn't. The only place I did wet on wet was with the grass. And I have to add a little more texture to that. And this needs a few more. All right, so now I'm going to dry the... No, I want to do a little scrape here. See if it's... when it starts to dry, I'm going to say my sun's coming from here. So I'm going to... It's probably still wet enough to actually pick out some. So what I'm going to do, because I'm going to have to put some brown over that. It's about time for me to use my rinse option so that yeah, it just messed up the tree now too. Guess it could look like well, okay, hold on. Hold the fort. Is this my gray? Yeah. That's my gray. So I can use that for the shadow. So the shadow is coming, I guess the shadow's coming this way because I messed up my highlight. So that means, ooh, and I want to soften the edges. So just go in with a damp brush. And take away that harsh line there. Thanks, Rebecca. I'm working on it. But you gotta, I mean, you have to get the hours in practicing, right? It's like watching is one thing, but then to be able to do it and remember it as you're doing it is another total thing. I'm gonna see if I can. All right, I just had. What did I do with it? Oh, there, never mind. Found it, but I don't think that's the one. I don't know what I did with the piece of paper towel I was smooching with. I just had it in my hand and it disappeared. Hey, Teresa. Nice to see you, Teresa and Teresa. Tar Heel and Mountain Teresa. Two Teresas. And third Terry. Hello, hello. All right. So, next I'm going to try a nice fall scene, I guess. That's so nice. All right, so I want a really nice blue sky. So I'm gonna go for So this is another technique for clouds. That I saw. And then go in. Oh, that blue is so strong. And darn it. All right, I think I messed that up. So forget to dab off my brush. Gotta keep your edges wet if you're gonna want to keep I should have done this one wet and wet. Why did I do that? Need to take out some of this color. I didn't have nearly enough water in it. And this is a real staining one, so I'm not going to get it to pull out very well. That's terrible. I feel like completely starting again. Because I've got blooms and ugly stuff going on there. All right. All right, so I've got orange. Let me get some red out here. All right, so I want to do Hey, Shavian. Sorry I'm not chatting much, but it's really hard to chat when you're trying to do watercolor because time is of the essence. Ooh, getting some good brown water there. Okay, and I need some yellow. And Jean should have done the yellow first. Oh, geez Louise. I think I need a little more red. I'm using the nice warm reds too, or cool reds, I mean. No, warm. Yeah, warm reds. What am I thinking? Terry, you shouldn't be typing. You're being bad. Terry's being bad. All right. So now, a nice little greeny yellow here. Get some clean water. Just letting that bleed down. Because this is going to be a stream, or lake, I should say. So that's going to give me my shadows. Okay, sorry, need a drink of water. Excuse me for a moment while that kind of bleeds and does its thing. Oops. Turn my napkin or paper towel around that's here for my blotting purposes. All right, so I have my blue here that has a little, I'm going to add a touch. Oh, I think I need to add a little bit more of this and a touch of alizarin crimson, hoping, oh no, rose I mean, hoping it won't turn my yellows green there on me when I go over it. Okay, so now I need to dry this heat gun. I think I'm gonna have to put add some hills into that background of the sky that I messed up. So I can't mess it up any worse than I already have. So I can add some purple clouds to that once I do this lake. Okay. Oh. All right, no, I guess I better do this wet on dry. And I'm gonna leave just a little bit at the edge there. Try not to make mud. Do a light glaze over the reflections. Try and leave bits of white. And that needs to brighten up a little bit. So I'm going to go over here to this brighter and try and do another. Okay, I'm going to try and brighten this up just a little bit. A little bit of a dry brush technique. And then go in and kind of soften some of the edges there. All right, so now you need to go back in and add a little more detail of my oranges. This time wet on dry. More red. I think I need a smaller brush or a better point. There we go. That'll give me a better look. Sorry guys, really hard to keep up with chat. Sorry, yeah, sorry guys, it's hard to chat when you're watercoloring because you gotta catch things when they're moving. Sorry about that. And let's go in for a little green. I'll be careful not to get it too close to the red so I don't get unwanted mud. Whoops. And I'm going to take, I think I'll cut off a little piece of this subway card to make a scratcher that I'll keep in this kit. All right. Now, I don't want necessarily this to be, so I made this using those same colors, so it should work here right along, just to do a hint of a shoreline here. Yeah, I messed up that water because all that beautiful color's gone now that was in the... I should have left it. Yeah. I should have left it. Darn it, I don't learn my lesson. Alright, so this is a lost cause that can't be saved. That's okay, I learned. Jen! Hello, Jen! Did you see the tweet I sent you earlier? Check out my blog for Streamathon info. I don't know if you plan to be home or not. Alright, so I need some purple. And I need some... I'm recording. Yes, I am. Silly as it is. This is not a tutorial. This is a what to do and what not to do stream. Uh-oh. Someone's texting me. Give me a moment in case it's my sister, please. Gotta take texts from my sister. In case it's about Mom. Okay, Terry, take it easy. That was Margaret seeing if I want it to go. Okay. Well, go ahead and check, Jen. The times are all listed in Eastern times for New Year's Day. I looked it up for the actual date. So what the times will be in Eastern time zone on that day. So you can have a look, see if there's any time available, Jen. My blog, themusicalscrapper.blogspot.com. Okay. All right. So, that kind of helped a little, the mountains there. All right, I'm going to be going out for supper, so I'm going to be cutting my stream short in 15 minutes. I don't know what else I can do here. I could do a shoreline here in a tree. I think I need to do that. Let's dry it, because it's not quite dry. Ugh. Ugh. I'm just going to put some faint orange into those mountains because there would be some trees there. Okay, so. Oh. Okay. Okay. Uh-oh. Hold on. Losing my shoe. My Crocs falling off my foot. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to add some rocks on the shoreline. So I'm going to go for my gray here. And I think I'll mix in a little bit of brown. That gray. So it's burnt umber that I mixed there. All right, I just put a few stones here. So I'm doing wet into dry. Now, I want even more brown in here. Burnt sienna. I think it is. Can't remember. I'm going to have to put labels because I can't remember for the life of me. Don't know my colors well enough yet. I'm going to be trimming it off here anyway along the edge to put in a card. So I'm going to let that dry before I do another layer, of course. Okay, so I've got 10 minutes left to finish up this. Let's do another layer of the brown, another glaze. All right, now this next one, I'm going to dry my brush a little bit, get a good point. And oh, well, it didn't pick up enough that time. What? Minor Craftalinch. Minor Craftalinch. Whoops. Alright, let's try that before I put the leaves on it. Eileen fell asleep again, maybe, I think. She was in the chat at the beginning. Well, sorta. Oh, thanks. I'll practice. Oh, right. I have to take away a little bit from these. Almost forgot. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is another layer but leave the highlights. So I'll go like this. Like that. I'll leave the highlights in the lighter gray instead of trying to get to white. Okay. Alright, so now I've got to get my orange going here. Get some good leaves. Oh, keep picking up the wrong bottle. Need a few green ones. Still maybe. And let's do a couple of red. Alrighty. So that looks like it, guys, for today. So I did this one. Oh, was I totally off screen that whole time? I'm sorry, you guys. There's that one. And a spring one. Long way to go. But practice is the fun part, right? Oh, my knees. Oh. Anyway, thanks everyone for coming to my stream. I know I'm a whole hour and a little bit early, but you know, sometimes I worked so hard on that blog post this morning and this afternoon, and I'm completely worn out. Anyway, thanks, CB. I seem to need to find ways to save things. Anyway, still a bit of a mess. I wouldn't give it away on a card to anyone I know, but it's practice, right? Thanks so much, Janet. Oh, anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna head out. I already had pizza, so I'm just gonna buy a salad. I ate like 2 hours ago. Or what time was it? Oh, well, it was 3:30 that I ate 3 hours ago. But anyway, so I'm just gonna get pizza. Anyway, thanks everyone. Oh, thanks Tam